need no introduction. Start my own, can't no one touch it. Became what they said I couldn't. Mediocre, that won't cut it. Life is a gift, I wanna live it to the fullest while I can. Why would I not wanna know my days in this game are numbered? Might as well enjoy the few years that I do have left. Who knows when I'ma write my last verse? I've been to hell and back ever since that first EP came out with all I have on it. I've been giving all I have, wasn't really prepared for the pain I was gonna have to go through to get to the end result that I knew I wanted. Hope that would make an impact in rap. Has that been insane? Yes, but it was worth it. I can't imagine if I would've gave up and just turned my back on this music. Where would I be now? Don't know how I would've made it out from underneath that rainy cloud. Had my doubts, yes, but that's how I found my true purpose. If my surface looks great, who cares if underneath I'm hurting? If there's one thing I've learned in my life, it's that life is uncertain. Getting burned is unavoidable, isn't it? Ain't a person alive that hasn't been a victim of being lied to. We're all hypocrites, giving our 2 cents but not listening. All living in our own world, thinking that we're right when the fact of the matter is a closed mind is the mind of an idiot. Don't believe that's true? Well, open it.
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organism. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with a lemongrass. Ooh, ooh. Let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bob.
It's week 10 of the NFL. And coming up next, we'll see Kenneth Walker. He was outstanding last week, racking up a ton of yards and touchdowns. It's the Lumberjacks and the Commanders, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
At the southern tip of the Chesapeake Bay, EA Sports brings you coverage of the National Football League from Virginia Beach here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Lumberjacks of Virginia Beach. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you. And, Charles, we look at this Virginia Beach team entering this game. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, and this is what every one of these guys waits for each and every week, CD, that moment of anticipation just before the game begins.
I know most of these guys have played well over 100 games dating back to their high school days. Imagine that number if you go all the way back to the Little League type of ball. But that excitement before a game, it never gets old. They all know how to channel it once they actually kick this one off, though.
The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his second NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Howell, first play, going to throw it. And his first pass is incomplete. When you look at this defense, they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Got an open man. It's Pringle. Shoves him aside. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And every time you step on a field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. Still going. Touchdown, Washington. Dalvin Cook with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in right around the goal line. Oh, some strong running. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
The numbers for Walker from last week's effort, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Geno now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. That's to the rookie Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Smith here, an audible at the line. Well, now they'll try the end around. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now Geno. This is the tight end fan. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
And even though this is a top-5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there. And they're able to come up with the 1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Walker. They showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Lumberjacks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out at his current pace. Sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching, they remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL. Probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year not to take anything away from him. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it third down. But you look at this defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars if this ball was overthrown.
Returnable for Lockett. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And out will come the offense as they take over. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Geno. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Smith now to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Oh, here Lockett with a chance to run it. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Fights off the defender. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 5. Smith. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Walker is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. To throw is Smith. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Howell. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now it's Lockett. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7, though, on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CB, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Here we go on 4th. Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs. Faking the handoff, Howell. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Howell. Over the middle to Beckham. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain there of 21 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Cook up the gut. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Smith. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Well, how about this? They'll change it at the line. On 4th down, Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. Smith throwing again. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. On 1st down, it's Smith. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Smith. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Smith. And he slings one that's incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Hey, is it clear? 49, flip her off, 49. Middle. Check 58. Snowball.
Again, Smith. And it's caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf from 21 yards away. And the Lumberjacks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The extra point now coming from Myers. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Washington ready to try again on offense. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Powell, another throw on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
It's Howe with another throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. Last drive, the touchdown, 4 catches, really good. He was. They were not good on the other side trying to stop him. What do they need to do?
Well, this is where the entire staff has to get involved because we always focus on the defensive coordinator. But he needs help from other people with their eyes and their expertise, and he needs to listen to them. And sometimes you just can't afford to wait on a drive and say, okay, let's get to the sidelines and start over. You need to find a way in the middle of that drive to start taking away what's hurting you.
Yeah, in-series adjustments, and how do you do that?
Well, what you do is you listen to what everyone else is telling you, what they're seeing, the patterns that are developing, and maybe you just start running extra bodies to take away that particular player.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Now Smith. That is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing on third down, Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now Smith going to change the play. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. Now Geno. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here's Walker. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Again, Walker. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll try and run, Walker. And he won't get to the marker as they're going to stop it for a second straight play right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he can.
Is that the kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, it means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. That feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Back to Walker on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And going right back to Walker. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They'll try the air now with Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a third down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. 64 yards for him on the ground now. On that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Right back to him on first down. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Smith going to move him around. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Gino is going to get this complete to Walker. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Hold on. Check 59, cover. 53.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lumberjacks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
Cook on the toss left. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this to pick up the first down and move the chains. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Derek Hall in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now,
or
very
lights
quickly,
out.
or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They run again with Walker. And some room to work. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. They'll give him 12 yards and a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Straight ahead, Walker shreds the tackle. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Running left is Walker. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll give it up to the big man, Walker. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Smith here, and audible at the line. Now a run with Walker. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2.
Cover.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Again, it's Walker. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Ken Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lumberjacks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Powell's throw taken in by Samuel. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That is caught. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. Howell down to throw it. Got an open man. It's Pringle. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Howell. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Dalvin Cook, 62 yards. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That time a 6-play drive. And the final act of the drive was the touchdown catch by Dalvin Cook. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. And you'd have to figure, he got the ball quite a bit last drive. You see the numbers that now they're looking to chew some clock. He's going to get it even more here.
I would think so because they have momentum going in their direction. They move the ball that way on their last drive, and you know they're trying to lock this game down. But also, don't be surprised if they mix in a few passes along the way as well, so they can't just totally key on him on this drive.
Interesting. We'll see if that happens. Either way, looking to hold this lead. Let's see if they can do it. And Walker once more. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 159 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 1. Trying the left side with Walker. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards, a 1st down. On the give, it's Walker. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Well, they'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Walker. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Kenneth Walker taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lumberjacks are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain of 14, first down Commanders. Here's Howell. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll go play action. Howell. He's got his man on the crossing route. And quickly they get to the line. Howell looking to throw again. He's got it. Touchdown Commanders. Byron Pringle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hans team able to secure the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
From the 50, it's Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And now Smith going to change the play. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Hey, go flip her up. 49, flip her up, 49.
Now Geno on first down. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Throwing now, Smith. That completes it again to Metcalf. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Smith. And it's caught. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now it's Smith. And it's caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Al throwing on 1st down here. He's going to let it fly. That is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's 2nd and 10. It's Howell with another throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now they got to get to the line quickly. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Tuesday. Hands are clear. Middle.
Smith going to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got this down to the 35. So it's a win for the home side, and it was thanks in large part to the play of the man who's been doing this for a while, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, he was in complete control of this offense. He had 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And to be honest, he really made it look easy out there.